I'm 15 years old and obsessed with Lego. I've been building it ever since I can remember, and throughout my life, I've picked up some pretty good tips and tricks. People always ask me how to be a better Lego builder, so I'm gonna show you 5 simple steps to become a better builder so that you can make builds that stand out and look amazing. Let's do this. Step 1, the idea. So this one's actually the one I struggle with the most. It's hard for me to just come up with an idea for something to build, but after this point, it gets a little easier for me. So one thing I do to try and get like inspiration for build is look on like social media for like on YouTube and stuff. I signed up for Pinterest just to see people's builds and get inspiration, you know? And they sent me a lot of that, but then it was just email after email, so I just stopped. Yeah, just any social media you can get inspiration from, and you can get inspiration from like people you know. But chances are most of you guys watching this actually have an idea already of what you want to build, and just so you know, everything won't work. Sometimes you won't have the pieces for it, which leads us right into step 2, pieces. So some of you that think you're a really bad Lego builder, you might just not have the pieces. So I highly recommend getting pieces somehow. But if you can't, then you can always make colorful versions of builds that you wouldn't make colorful. It just kind of looks cool sometimes, I think, in my opinion at least. Like this Millennium Falcon somebody made, it just looks really cool. So if you have like the randomest colors, you can always do this. Now to get pieces is a whole nother topic. Now if you do have the money to get pieces, there are plenty of ways to get them. So Bricklink is the main place. It's basically like an eBay for only Lego parts. That's how I think of it, kind of. There's sellers all around the world and stuff. Lego has an official thing on their site that's pick-a-brick, so you just get brand new pieces straight from Lego. They're a little pricey sometimes, so I don't go for that option very often. Then there's actual eBay, which you can also find some really good deals on there with some like bulk lots and stuff if you want to get like a big collection going. You can also go on your local, I don't really know the word for it, but like Facebook Marketplace type thing where people are selling things around you, so then you can go pick it up from them. You could also get some really good deals from that. Also, sometimes there's stores like Bricks and Minifigs that are just like bulk Lego stores that you can just go and get like a ton of bulk Lego from, which is also really nice. And what I just forgot to mention is the Lego Pick-a-Brick wall. You can get some really good pieces from that too at the Lego store, and those are a really good deal. So after you get all those pieces, you got to start building. Step 3, get building. So just start building. If you don't have all the pieces for it, you don't need to worry, as long as like you can get like a base form, just like pre-plan the thing. And especially if you don't have pieces like at all, like not a single piece for it, go online to mechabricks.com or Studio if you have like a computer that can run that. You can build any Lego set just online, any color you want. So if you want to like pre-plan an entire Lego set they were building, an entire project kind of, you can use those too. They're completely free. But if you just want to get started on a project and you only have some of the pieces, just do it.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.
My brother started a project a couple years ago, and it's a black pearl. It's right over there. He started that a while ago and he's still working on it. It just slowly gets built as he gets parts for it. So you can always do that too. And we've also, we want to start a city, and we've just kind of like laid the foundation. Not really though. We're trying to get stuff for it. We're laying it out. So hopefully we can get that started. But you just got to start it, not wait until you have all the parts. Just go for it. Step 4, make it more interesting. So in my builds, to make them cooler, I usually do like technical stuff. So with this one here, so I like to do technical stuff in my just regular builds sometimes. So this one right here, you can see the gears, right? I spin these, and this piece on the inside spins the opposite direction of the outside one. And it's just a cool design for a thruster. I just like putting little things like that into my builds. I just think it's cool to have little technical things in there, and that can help to make your builds a little more interesting. You can also learn cool Lego building techniques, and I actually have a video about that if you want to watch that. I'll have it linked up here in the corner, so go watch that if you want. Lego's also constantly releasing new parts, so some of those parts might actually be really useful to your build to just add some more like texture and things to it to make it look cool. I'm going to show you an example of making a wall in a house. It looks really boring. So let's say you're building a house and you have a really boring old plain wall on it. We can make it look a lot better. If we take off the top, then we put in some windows. That already adds a little bit. This piece right there. Then we can put a little clock up here in the corner, dresser with some flowers on top. And right next to that, I made this little shelf thing. And then on this side over here, we can add a little shelf. So then the interior is a lot better. But then if we move to the outside, it's pretty plain. We can add a whole tree here. And then below that tree, we can add like little pieces of grass, and it'll look a lot nicer. But other than that, if there's a roof, it'll look fine. It looks like a house on the outside. Houses are kind of boring on the outside anyways. But yeah, this is how we like decorate up a wall. Another way of making your builds more interesting is actually looking at Lego's official builds to see the techniques that they use and stuff, and see like if you could incorporate those into your own builds. That actually helps a lot to see what official Lego designers do and what you can do to your builds. Step 5, you can always revise. Does that rhyme? If you don't like the way something turned out in your build, just change it. There's nothing really stopping you. It's Lego. You can build like whatever you want. One example of this is my train. I was basing it off of a real life train and mine just was too short, so I extended it. And then I thought it was too short again, so I extended it again. So that's just what I do. I just keep changing the model over and over again until it finally looks the way I want it to. But I'm still slowly working on that train. It's just an ongoing build like I was talking about. Throughout this entire process, you'll also repeat these steps like a lot, especially step number 2, which is get more pieces. That one is probably my most used one. That one I do so much. I just get more and more pieces. So expect to do that. One last thing I'll say is see what other people think. Other people have different opinions of what your build might look like, and you could change it to make it look better even from what they're telling you. So just get other people's advice, see what they think about your build. So that's my process to make Lego builds. Hopefully this helped a lot of you guys out there to make those better Lego builds. But if you'd like to check out some of my Lego creations, I'll have a link up here in the corner and down the description that you guys can go check out and maybe get some inspiration from some of my builds. But yeah, as always, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell.